Hello boys. I wanted to make a quick video to address those of you who have something coming up, those of you who are preparing for something, those of you who over the next few months to next year or so have some event, some concluding event coming up, maybe a competitive exam, maybe some school exam, maybe whatever it is, right? You're building up to a final conclusion and you're giving it your all for that long. If you are in that scenario, this video is for you. Let me share with you what I noticed. Let me share with you what brought on this idea to make this video. So, not too long ago, fairly recently, I'd put out a video saying, you can hit me up and I will offer you a free call. So you hit me up, you message me, you say, I'm looking to chat. I want your help. I want to just talk to you for 30 minutes. And we hop on a call. I help you solve whatever problem is predominantly troubling you. So quite a few of you, a surprising number of you took me up on that offer, and yeah, the last few days have been a ride of that. I mean, I have basically had no time to myself because the entire day has just gone by handling these calls. And one trend that I noticed is what instigated this, is what brought this on. Quite a few of you who booked these calls with me, the problem that you guys were facing was, okay, I have this exam coming up. Quite a few of you are preparing for your JEE. I hope I said that right, yeah. And some of you had school exams, whatever it was, right? You told me that the main problem, the most frequent problem was that I have this exam coming up and I'm not doing as good as I hoped to be doing, as good as I wanted to be doing. But so help me now, help me do better, help me be at my 100% when I finally show up for that exam. All right, that's a good problem. So let's begin, let's start. All right, I asked them, tell me, walk me through your days, walk me through how you're spending your days currently. They tell me, okay, I wake up at around this time, and then I have my morning routine for around this long, and then I do this, maybe I exercise, maybe I get started with my work right away, and I do that for around this long. Yo, how are you going to tell me that you don't even know what you're doing with your days and you're coming to me for help? And like, how are you going to tell me that you don't even exactly have figured out how to spend your days, and you're also going to say that you're serious, that you're passionate, that you really want to do this, that this is a goal that you're really trying to achieve? There's a basketball game going on and your team's absolutely getting annihilated out there. You're not going to say, okay, let's just see what to do. Let's just see, let's see what we feel like doing. No, right? You go in there with a plan, with a strategy. How is this any different? If you have an exam coming up, if you have something coming up, this is even more time sensitive, this is even more urgent. Every single day needs to be seen as an experiment. Today you woke up, you started the day with a strategy, with a plan. I'm going to try this out. And then you see, and then you fail at a lot of things. The day is not going to go by perfectly. So tomorrow you assess, you analyze what went wrong, and then you account for it. You make necessary changes to account for the mistakes that you made yesterday. Imagine you start living your days like this. It's not going to be long before you are spending your days optimally, right? Guys, I don't know how to tell this to you. This is not rocket science. When I was preparing for my GMAT, I was a stupid fuck. I had no idea about self-improvement. I did not know any of these things that I'm here to share with you today. I didn't know anything about the human biology, the psychology, nothing. All I knew was that I have a goal to excel at this one thing that is coming up a few months from now. All I have is today and tomorrow and the day after. And so all I have at any point is just these 15 to 16 hours that I'm awake for. And then I go to sleep and then I wake up again I have 15 to 16 hours. right? So what you do, I promise you, I had built the greatest routine for myself without ever having any knowledge about any of this. Today I can help you. You book a call with me, I'll help you build an optimal routine. But again, the optimal routine is not the most efficient routine. The optimal routine is one that is simply one that you can follow in the long term. Right? I will help you do these things based on science, based on how our bodies are wired, based on our psychology. But honestly, you don't even need that. Honestly, I had come to the same conclusions. It's as weird, as blasphemous as that sounds. I ended up optimizing my routine in a way that it turned out to be the most scientific routine that one could adhere to. So, are you understanding what I'm saying? Through science, what are we doing? We are understanding how does our body work, and then we optimize our routine accordingly. What you do when you start looking at your days as an experiment is you see what went wrong, and then you analyze and you assess, and then you correct the next day. You do this enough times, and over time you'll automatically correct yourself. You'll automatically go into the same direction as what the science is telling you, right? The science is telling you how your body wants to work. You listen to your body, and you'll automatically start working that way. So it literally is as simple as, first of all, having a game plan. How the fuck are you going to go into the game without a game plan? You have the biggest game of your life coming up in a couple of months. You're not just gonna go with the flow. You're not just gonna say, okay, I'll practice if I feel like it, I'll eat when I feel like it, I'll eat what I feel like eating. No, dude. You have a strategy, you have a game plan to go about it. Right? So you start with a strategy. Okay, I'm going to do this. I wake up at 7 a.m. Let's say I go to sleep. I would recommend 9 hours. So that would be what, 11? I wake up at 7. I go to sleep at 11. So I have these 15 hours in front of me. How do I maximize these 15 hours? Set out with a very rough first draft. This is what I do for the people I take on for my mentorship. Day one is just a very rough draft. I'll share this with you. This is what I made for somebody just yesterday. You can, I don't know if you're looking at it the right way up. Is it a mirror image? But whatever it is. This is what I just made for somebody yesterday. This is what I made for somebody day before yesterday. Right? You just start with a very rough first draft. And then you analyze, you study, okay, what went wrong, what was right. Okay, I'll share with you what I started doing, right? The first routines were absolutely fucked up. We won't even get into that. I've shared those things a couple of times before. But when I actually got serious about this was my first actual serious proper routine, where I would wake up at, what was it, 7:30, something like that. I would be at the gym at 8 a.m. See, this is the first thing you need to start doing. Is this happens at this time, not okay around this time, around 8. I'll see, sometimes I'll go at 7:30, sometimes 8:30, sometimes 9. Fuck no, dude. Right? The first thing you need to start doing is be rigid, be firm with your time. Right? Time is the one thing that you do not have ample of. Time is the one thing you're short on. So my first routine, I would wake up around 7 to 7:30. Again, it wasn't just okay somewhere between 7 and 7:30. I'm saying that because I don't exactly remember if it was 7 or if it was 7:30. I would go to the gym at 8, be back by 9:15. 9:30 I would be done with my bath. 9:30 I would start my first bout of the day. 9:30 I would start studying, and I would study for the next 4 hours, 10, 11, 12, 1, till 1:30. 9:30 to 1:30 I would study. Now when you analyze, you automatically learn things, you automatically have takeaways, right? So what I very soon, very early on started to realize was, okay, this is not working for me. 2 hours in, I'm absolutely drained. 2 hours in, I'm just wasting the remaining 2 hours. 9:30 to 11:30 is going by good, but 11:30 to 1:30 is absolutely terrible. Like, I'm not even getting done half of what I am in the first 2 hours. So what I need to do is I need to break this 4-hour block into two different 2-hour blocks. Okay. But now again, I need a break after my first block where I'm actually quite fresh first thing in the morning. So how about I wake up at 7, do my morning routine, freshen up by 8. I start my first bout at 8. I sit from 8 to 10. I have an amazing study session. At 10, I go to the gym. That helps me freshen up. That gives me a change of mind. That helps me freshen up. That helps me override that fatigue that cognitive fatigue that I've built up. I enjoy, I have a good time at the gym. I come back, I'm fresh to put in another bout. So I take a bath and I sit down for my second bout of work. I remember this was the first change that I made to my routine. Since then, I've gone on to make, I am not exaggerating, more than 100 changes to my routine. Imagine the number of things that are to do, right? And now imagine moving them around more than 100 times. Right? So that is what gives me the confidence that what I am doing as fucking perfectly as it can be done, because I have tried every single way there is. And the most beautiful thing is that once I made this brilliant routine for myself, I saw that the science aligned with what I had made for myself. That's just the icing on the cake, right? That just solidifies your faith, your belief that, okay, what I'm doing is the perfect thing to do. So that is one thing that I wanted to leave you with. This video has already gone on for quite long. I'm going to end it here. Boys, strategy. Start with a strategy, and then every day take out time at the end of the day, just 10 minutes, 15 minutes to analyze, to study how the day went. To study what you did wrong, where you went wrong, where you could have possibly done something a little better. Like the example that I gave you. Do this and I promise you, you don't need to book the call with me. Do this and I promise you, there is no way, there is not a chance. I guarantee you right now that you will ace your exam. Because give this much seriousness, give this much importance to how you're spending your days. Give this much importance to that purpose that you have coming up, that exam that you're coming up. Spend the entirety of your being, spend everything that you have just trying to maximize and optimize your entire days towards that pursuit, and I promise you, you will succeed at it. Any questions you have, feel free to drop me a comment. If you want to book a call with me, first link in the description. I'll help you with this, but do not come to me saying, okay, I don't exactly know what I do, when I do it. As long as you don't know what you're doing, you're going with the flow. You're going with the current of the river. The river is going to take you where it wants to take you. It's no longer in your hands. You are not on the driver's seat. And the one thing you want more than anything is to be on the driver's seat. Because as long as you are on the driver's seat, you'll be okay with whatever happens. The one thing you'll regret, the only thing you'll regret, is if you were just sat on the passenger seat just looking around as things were happening to you. I wish you all the very best, boys. I'll see you in the next one.